Hello, I'm Uban Rascaban, and welcome to not Jade Empire, but SpellForce. This is the Platinum Edition, so it comes with all the additional DLC, so the Arran campaign and Phoenix campaign. But today we are going to start with the main campaign. That is just a test character, so we are going to not create a new character. So there's a little bit of character creation, customization here. Here's our character, so we'll just be Uban Rascaban, and here's a portrait view where we can look, change our face, and change between a woman and a man. The portrait looks slightly different. I don't know why we changed that. So, who shall we look like? We'll be this guy. Why not? So we can go back and see our general character. Now over here we have our abilities and our specialization. If you look into all these, you'll notice that there is different specializations for each of them. So there's four main types of magic in this game. So you've got white magic, elemental, mind, and black. So white magic's obviously for healing, black magic, necromancy, pain, death. Mind magic is to create negative effects on your enemies. And elemental magic is just to burn them to death, freeze them to death, and hit them with a boulder. You got ranged combat, which is primarily for bows and crossbows. There's no throwing weapons in this game. Heavy combat arts is focusing on shields, large weapons, and heavy armor. But light ones are for more piercing weapons such as daggers, light blades. If you look over here, you can see different changes. Customizing with a different version. So 200 globe, nice heavy armor, a giant shield, ranged combat bow or crossbow. Yeah, no changes for that, except from the staffs. So I think what we're going to be is like in our Jade Empire campaign, unlike in our Jade Empire campaign where we are focusing on freezing our enemy. What we're going to be doing is we're probably going to hit them with a rock instead. Yeah, let's be a slinger. So we've got these stats down here which determine how well we are in decent things. So you can look strength, more damage, stamina, more health, dexterity, more chance of hitting an opponent, which does play a bit of a role, agility, the chance of dodging an opponent, intelligence increases your mana regeneration, wisdom increases your max mana, and charisma increases the chance of mind magic being successful and healing. So what we want to do is we need to focus more on our intelligence and wisdom, because we're going to need a lot of mana to do quite well. We also want to focus a bit more on our agility, so we dodge more enemy attacks, and hitting the enemy with our staff will be a key thing at the start, so we may want to improve our dexterity a little bit as well. So let's just increase those two by 10 and these two by 5. I think that's going to be good enough for now. We are going to do a tutorial first. You can skip it by pressing that button here, but the tutorial will generally describe how the game works to you guys.
It all began with the discovery of the Old Fire.
I'm sorry,
and
I
the
can't
secret
control
of
this.
the convocation.
It's a bit loud.
13 mages, blinded, driven by the greed for divine power, and under the bondage of the Circle. Their armies unleashed death and destruction. bonded with the power of ancient runes, cursed to eternal life and eternal death, until the last day of the old era had dawned.
Yeah, you're probably going to want to turn the music down for this. I apologise very much, I did not know this had happened. This should be one of very few cutscenes in this game, so this shouldn't happen too often, and it's pretty awesome. So, enjoy, I guess.
So have you come to witness the day of my ultimate triumph, poor old man?
No. To witness your downfall. You cannot win. The convocation is a lie. It will destroy all of us.
So... shouldn't have come. You really think I care a fig for your whimpering?
Again, I apologise for the volume. I had not known that would happen, even though I had done the test. I skipped straight through that for the test. I should have kept playing that, but...
Tahira! Rowan sent us. He needs the power of the rune warriors. The Northern Realms are in danger.
Rowan knows I will never serve a circle mage again. My powers are exhausted. I have seen quite enough misery and bloodshed. Rowan will have to look for somebody else.
That's why he sent us. A very special rune lies concealed somewhere in these lands. We're here to search for it. But we were attacked and Lev is wounded. He needs your help. We need your help.
Then I hardly have any choice. Very well. I will help you. Where is Lev?
I lost sight of him somewhere behind the gate there. I hope he's still alive. These damned orcs.
I'll look for him. You stay here by my hut.
Thank you, Tahira. It's good to have you back with us.
Welcome to the world of SpellForce. In this prologue, we will explain the game to you. Let's start with some general information. The name of the main character in the prologue is Tahira. She is a combination of fighter and sorceress. From now on, we will refer to the main character as the Avatar. Once you've solved the prologue, the game will continue with the avatar you selected before starting the game. Whenever you hold the mouse pointer over a button or an object, a help window with additional information will appear in the bottom left corner of the screen. When you are asked to click on something, this means a click with the left mouse button. We'll tell you about the right mouse button a little later in this presentation. When you click the Options button in the upper right, you can save the game or change the game settings at any point in time. Now select your avatar by clicking on Tahira in the game world. Very good. You can move the view with either the cursor keys or with the mouse by holding down the right mouse button. You can also adjust the view by moving the mouse pointer to the appropriate edge of the screen. A selected unit is marked with a colored ring. Your own units have a green ring, enemy units a red, and neutral or allied units a blue ring. In the lower left, you can see the currently selected units and some additional information such as name, health condition, and amount of mana. You can select your avatar at any time by clicking on the Portrait button in the upper left corner of the screen. By clicking on the Portrait button with the right mouse button, the view will be moved to the appropriate unit. Move Tahira down the path to the east and through the open stone gate to the Bindstone, a large boulder, by clicking the right mouse button next to it.
Okay, so biting stones are where if you die, you'll respawn. They also act as a fast travel way. They can be attacked and destroyed by enemy units, so keep that in mind. And bind stones themselves have to be walked upon and activated.
The Bindstone offers the avatar
before
an
you can use them.
opportunity to connect his rune with this place. Should he perish, he will appear in the last Bindstone used. Enemies are able to sever the connection to a Bindstone if they attack it, thus causing you to lose one active Bindstone.
Lose spelt wrong there. There are a few spelling mistakes
Select
in this
the
game which I've
Bindstone
noticed,
with a click.
but I'll let you spot the rest from now on. For now,
At the bottom edge of the screen, you will find the action bar. A new symbol for activate this Bindstone should have appeared there. Click on that symbol. The Bindstone will light up and is now active. You are now bound to this Bindstone.
fast travel. Lovely.
In the lower right, you will find the overview map. Black areas have not yet been explored and are automatically uncovered when you approach them with units. Your avatar has a greater view radius, so he will uncover a larger area. The dots on the overview map are in different colors. Green dots represent your own units, red enemy and blue neutral or allied units or buildings. A few special objects, such as monuments, are marked in yellow. Continue along the path to the east. SpellForce offers you the option of witnessing the events of the game from different views, including the third-person perspective, where you see the action from a position directly behind and slightly above your avatar.
Like this.
To change the view, press the page up key to zoom in and the page down key to zoom out, or simply turn the mouse wheel. By moving the mouse wheel downwards or pressing page down, The camera will zoom out into an almost vertical perspective.
That's as far as you can zoom out.
Now, when you move the mouse wheel upwards or press page up, you will see the normal isometric views from different distances. Now change to the third-person perspective by zooming in closer. This is only possible if your avatar is inside the field of view.
So I can't do it here, for example. Also, I can do
In the
this.
third-person perspective, you can control your avatar directly with the cursor keys or with the A, D, S, and W keys. If you hold down the right mouse button, you can change the view direction. Otherwise, operating SpellForce in this perspective is identical with the isometric view. Follow the path in third-person perspective toward the east to the next stone gate. You can change to the third-person perspective anytime during the game, but for now, we will assume you will be using the isometric view. Change back to the normal isometric view with the mouse wheel. An enemy goblin is lurking around the next corner. He isn't very dangerous. When you hold the mouse pointer over him, a bar will show you his health condition. Select your avatar and click with the right mouse button on the goblin. Your avatar will attack the goblin. As soon as he has been defeated, we will continue.
Okay, so this is how combat works without using spells or ranged attacks. Higher strength to do more damage, higher dexterity you hit more.
The goblin's corpse will light up, which indicates that he was carrying an object with him. You can now take possession of this object. Take up a position close to the dead goblin and click on the corpse with the right mouse button. You can then see what object the goblin had with him on the left-hand edge of the screen. Click on the shield to take it with you. It will be automatically added to your inventory. The shield increases your avatar's armor class when you are carrying it. With a higher armor class, you lose fewer life points when an opponent hits you with a weapon. To open your inventory, click on the backpack symbol in the action bar, which can be found on the bottom of the screen. A window will open, and on the left you can select the different categories of your inventory. Click on the ring symbol, which stands for equipment.
You can also press I, which is quite useful.
On the left you now see the unused equipment. In the middle, the objects your avatar is currently using, and on the right, your character's current data. We'll deal with this data later. To equip your avatar with the shield, you must first pick it up with the mouse. Click on the shield and then click on the free section for the left hand beside the torso. Now close the inventory with a click on the backpack or the check mark in the lower right of the window, or by simply pressing I again.
Alright, so a bit more information is you can go to this for a greater deal of your character's statistics. You can see she's quite skilled in elemental fire and white magic. So she can heal herself and she can burn enemies to death. But she hasn't got any burning spells yet, as you've noticed. She's not got any down here, which can be put here. This is your spell book. You can put all the spells you find into here, but you won't be able to use most of them until you unlock them. So I need white magic level 2 to be able to use this healing level 2 spell. It costs a certain amount of mana, has a certain amount of casting time, before it has a certain time before you can recast it again, and it's got a certain range to it. This is your rune board. These 2 slots are where you place your heroes. These 3 slots are the dark races which you can play. and these 3 other light races you can play. We'll come into detail on these guys a bit later. Here's your plans. As we scroll through, you can see that the only plans we've got are the humans. So we've got the recruit and the scout. The scout's your basic human ranged unit, the recruit's your basic human melee unit. There are only these humans units, just like for these dwarves, elves, so on and so forth. But you can have more buildings to unlock the higher tier guys. Here's your quest book. Here's your quest. Find 11 here one. And this is just a quick overview and your inventory. Here's gold, silver, copper. Certain amount of copper equals silver, certain amount of silver equals gold. No huge amount of currencies in this game, it's pretty standard. And you can permanently destroy items that you no longer require. It's better just to sell them if you don't need them. I mean, you've got that much inventory space, so you should never really need to get rid of anything unless you do plan to sell it. Okay,